What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are all well and sane, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. But today we're going to be talking about insecurity, something everybody in this world has to deal with. So let's get started. There are a few steps that I'm going to go through today. 3 simple steps. Well, I say simple, but it's really not that simple because it requires some work, some soul work, some heart work, and a lot of people don't like to do that. So my first tip for how to deal with insecurities is make sure you know where it comes from, because if you don't know where it comes from, it's going to be tough or very hard for you to be able to get rid of it or to deal with it in a healthy way. When did you first start to feel this way about whatever that insecurity is? And I can guarantee you it will stem back to your childhood. Your childhood has everything to do with the way that your life is currently. Your adult life stems from your childhood. If you take, for example, someone who's very overweight, even if they were small as a kid and they're overweight now, that is probably what that insecurity came from. Because if they were really skinny, they probably was called names like skinny mini. They probably were told, hey, you need to put some meat on your bones. They probably was told that you look like a stick and things like that. And it could have come from family members. It could have came from friends. It could have came from their peers at school. It could have come from, you know, how they saw other people treating skinny people. It could have been a plethora of different situations that have happened, but it caused them to eat, and they got out of control with it, and now they're overweight, and this insecurity is here now. So as a child, you know, it might have really damaged us, but as we look back on that moment as an adult, we might see how simple it is to just call it stupid and irrelevant. And if it's something simple, stupid, and irrelevant, something that you can't change, another person calling your name, you can't change who that person is. You can only change yourself. You can only control yourself. So you will be able to, you know, either forgive that person, maybe even you may even be close enough to that person where you can have a conversation with that person and let that person know how it made you feel, so that you can get the closure that you need so you can move on. So that's where the soul work is done. That's where the hard part is. That's where the part that we don't necessarily, as black people, black women, do not like to do. We just make some food, you know, cut some cornbread and keep it moving. That's all we do. But we have to learn how to go back and have the conversations, even if we're having those conversations with ourselves. Second piece is what I do on a daily basis, and I'm so proud of myself for doing this, the affirmations. So this is kind of like the bait and switch part of how to deal with insecurities. You take whatever the insecurity is and you switch it out with something else, honey. You take whatever that thing is that's bothering you and you switch it out with something more positive. So basically you're just saying to yourself, okay, my nose is ugly. No, boo, your nose is magnificent, okay? Your nose is the type of nose that's going to make you famous. Big noses are in, boo. So basically, it's just positive self-talk. I want to mention also that not all insecurities are about body image. It can also be insecurity about your personality. Like, a lot of people say, I'm too nice. I hate that so much. Like, I'm too nice. Like, I'd rather forgive and apologize and move on from a situation than to harbor all the hate and the attitude that comes with being angry with someone. So so it doesn't necessarily have to be about your body image. It can definitely be about something completely different. Whatever that thing is, you write the opposite of that on your affirmation list, and you repeat that affirmation to yourself as many times as you possibly can, especially in the beginning. I also recommend that you have your affirmations in as many places as you possibly can. So make sure you have a screenshot of it on your phone. Put it on your refrigerator. Put it on the mirror in your bathroom. Put it at your workspace. Put it in your car. Put it everywhere so that you always have it around you. You can always refer to it if you forget to do it. There's something on the screen here that will show you guys what my affirmations are. I get this inconsistency, laziness type of insecurity that I have. So my affirmations are based off of being consistent and persistent, and I'll repeat them every day, sometimes twice, like back to back, before I do my daily devotion. So That's kind of my routine, but you guys do whatever works for you. But affirmations is going to help that brain to process the new thoughts that you want, and then those thoughts will manifest in real life what you want your life to look like. So I highly recommend that. The next thing is being kind to yourself. Oh yes, because we can be, as black women, we are the pillars of so many different people's lives. We can take care of so many people and forget about ourselves. We can forgive so many people and forget to forgive ourselves. We can be around so many toxic people and forget that we need to rid ourselves of that. We can pour out so much and forget that nobody's pouring back into us. We have to be the ones to pour into ourselves. As if we are not being kind to ourselves, we can't be there for our kids, the ones who do need us. We can't be there for our family members. We can't be there for our job. We can't be there for, anything that's really important if we're not taking care of ourselves. So be kind to yourself, ladies. There's a post that I put on my Instagram recently, just saying how I needed to apologize for myself for all the things that I went through that I never deserved. Girl, think about all the things that we went through and we handled, like solid rock handled, that we did not deserve to go through that. It was due to no fault of our own. And if you're not following me on Instagram, you definitely should be. And just go back and look at that post. It'll make you cry if you've really been through some stuff. So another thing that I want to mention, this is kind of an extra. Change what you can change, and the rest leave it to God. So if there's an insecurity that you have that you can change, and you're able to change it, change it. If it's like, oh, I never went to college and it makes me feel like I'm going to be not successful, or I'm going to be stupid, or I don't know anything because I never went to college, go back to school, sis. Go back to school and overcome that insecurity. If it's something that you can't change, like you have a speech impairment, you have an accent on your voice, okay, you pray about that thing. You pray that people are kinder to you. You pray that people are more patient with you. You pray that you get around people who help you instead of hinder you. That's what you pray for. So if you can change it, sis. If you can't, then you pray about it and leave it alone. So I just wanted to leave you guys with those few encouraging words today. I hope that you really enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and also share this video, because you never know who is out there that may need to know how to deal with these insecurities, and that may never even consider some of these steps that I talked about. I got to get back to my day now because my son is put that. It's not my gap, it's my gap down here. This gap I love, but the bottom gap I absolutely hate it, because I have this little thing that I do. Instead of sucking a pacifier, I would suck my lip like this. And this is why this right here is here. You see that? Because I still do that to this day. When I go to sleep, that is exactly what happens, and I have to do it. Oh baby, no, that's not it. It don't go to